Right.
There's still lots and lots of talk. Jake Tapper and his co-author of whatever the book's name is, they're still going around all the talk shows, and there's still a bunch of folks on the left who are either making excuses or justifying or trying to distance themselves from their own culpability in this whole process.
No, we didn't. No.
One of those people is Sam Harris, who considers himself to be an elite intellectual. And this guy, instead of admitting and owning that he is a power hungry liar, like so many Democrats are that wanted to keep Biden in power, he is trying to play it off like he genuinely didn't know, you guys. And so this is the choice that lefties are having to make. They are having to choose between showing that they're idiots and wanting us to know they're so stupid that they couldn't see what all of us could see, or they can choose to own it and be like, yeah, I was part of the cover up and here's why. Sam Harris is choosing to look like an idiot.
It's at least intelligible to say, okay, he's not a good communicator. He was never a good communicator. He's only getting worse, right? You can't reliably stick him in front of a microphone and trust that something good is going to come out of his mouth. But the truth is that when you sit with him and deliberate about the war in Ukraine or anything else, he is compos mentis. He clearly understands the issue as well as he ever did. He just doesn't. He's just not a fluid speaker, right? And less fluid by the hour, right? That is neurologically speaking, that is an intelligible claim to make about a person. That's what I assumed was true.
Okay.
That because of how effective this cover up was, I no longer believe that to have been true, right? I think it's quite possible that he was just checked out to a degree that I did not suspect at the time. I want to.
You actually
not suspect
that guy. I mean, because he's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's like, I'm super intellectual. I'm really above you, and neurologically, shut up. Just shut up. Okay, you're a dumbass, and we all know it. We know you're a dumbass. Just stop. You're not elitist. You're not intellectually superior to all of us. We're smarter than you are.
Or he's a big fat liar. I mean, that's what I think about his
a lot
case.
Of these people.
He's trying to say the cover-up was so effective. No, it wasn't. Every person with eyes and ears saw exactly what was happening. You guys just wanted to be part of the cover-up.
Or
maybe part of it.
Or maybe some of these people really are that dumb, Mary.
Oh my God.
I mean, I think Jake Tapper he was part of the cover-up. But I think some of these people really are stupid. Why else would they be liberal?
Well, I think they're power hungry, and those closest to him definitely were power hungry. One of his aides, I think his name is Lovett. I don't know if it's John or Joe or Jim or
John.
He's
the one on Pod Save America. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he essentially admits, well, yeah. I mean, if the choice was going to be between Trump and Biden, it didn't matter if Biden was like a legit corpse. I was on board.
But this is something Joe Biden can overcome. But I'm not going to go so far as to say, I think Joe Biden must drop out. If Joe Biden is the candidate, I want him to fucking win because I care about the country. It's about being honest about Joe Biden's age as a liability while knowing that if he is the nominee, I want to be clear that I thought it was important to make sure we did everything we could to reelect him.
And Jon Stewart said nothing. He just said, right. He didn't push back or anything. So it was basically win at all costs. It doesn't matter what we do. And then scream at all the people about democracy. What a bunch of freaking hypocrites. Jon Stewart said nothing to that guy. Can you believe that?
I totally believe it. Totally believe it. And then all the same people who are mad about how Elon was part of Doge and he's unelected and nobody elected Elon. Yeah. Nobody elected the aides that were essentially running the country
and
for the last 4 years.
And Hunter the crackhead and Jill, who were basically running the country. I mean, these people they were projecting all of their crap on us. And then Jon Stewart would laugh about it. Like he'd get on and he'd talk about Trump, laugh about people in MAGA. How dare you? I mean, what a complete coward that guy is for not pushing back on what actually was a threat to democracy. Those people. Yeah. That's what they were doing. Oh my God. It's unbelievable.
Both Jake and what's the other guy's name? I just can't.
Are you talking about
bear
John
to-
Lovett? John Lovett?
No. The other author, Jake
Oh,
Tapper.
I don't know. I
and
don't care. I don't care what his
Alex.
name is.
I think it's Alex.
Yeah,
I just don't want to save that in a file.
No,
you know
I'm
what
not.
I mean?
I don't care enough to know.
Anyway, they were both on with Piers Morgan, and Piers asked Jake directly, "Do you owe Americans an apology for your role in this?" And here is what that sleazeball said back.
Case. Do you feel that you owe the American people an apology for slightly dropping the ball with this, and not just to Lara Trump?
I feel like I owe the American people an acknowledgement that I wish I had covered the story better. I think in order to regain trust, that there is something that we can do when we fall short, and I'm acknowledging it.
Yes.
That's
Hashtag
the best you could do.
grifting dickweed. Hashtag grifting dickweed. That's what you are.
It just, I mean, imagine us and all the other conservative media folks who were saying exactly what's what forever. And we're not the ones with the book deals.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
It's Jake freaking Tapper that's going to make millions off of this.
He's going to make millions. Yeah. Millions. Yep. And he gets rewarded. He gets rewarded for not doing his job. It's unbelievable, isn't it? God bless America. And then they'll diss America and say, this is a terrible place. Down with capitalism. Bitch, please. That's literally what he's doing. He's capitalizing on what we all knew. And he ignored it. He suppressed it. He made fun of it. Unbelievable.
We want to make sure that if you are struggling with debt right now, that you know you have a way out. There are strategists with gobs of experience handling people's debt and getting them debt free at donewithdebt.com. And so you can talk to one of their strategists for free if you're getting collections notices, or if you're getting calls from maybe the IRS or other, maybe it's hospitals that are coming to collect medical bills. If you are under and you're feeling like you're drowning in debt and you need help, there's no shame in that. You just need to get yourself some help with one of the really good strategists at donewithdebt.com. They've helped a lot of people. They can even help to the point where you've got money that you can actually start to invest. And so it's important that you don't do anything drastic, like don't file for bankruptcy. Make that a last resort option. Talk to the folks with Done With Debt first, because they can really, really help you. It's donewithdebt.com. And then one of the people that lots of folks suspected were behind the scenes in terms of running the country. What's her name? Is it Susan Rice? Is that her name?
Yes.
We're about to see a clip of her. She is now in the midst of all of this hullabaloo about the cover up. She is now trying to shift the focus to Trump's not reading the presidential daily briefing. Like this is somehow like a huge, enormous deal, and everybody needs to be talking about it. Listen to the outrage in her voice about something that is utterly, for all intents and purposes, meaningless.
It's been recently reported, David, that the president of the United States, who's been in office well over 100 days now, has only received the presidential daily briefing, the most important, highly classified daily intelligence briefing, some 12 times, some 12 days of his 100+ days in office.
Oh my God.
What is he doing if he's not reading the PDB?
What is he doing?
And I hate to say this, you could say it about the airplane, you could say it about Signalgate, you could say it about so many different things. But if any other president had refused or opted not to receive the presidential daily briefing from the intelligence community on a regular basis, it would be a huge, huge scandal with massive investigations in Congress and huge speculation that the president is not playing with a full deck.
It's outrageous, isn't it? I mean,
God.
The absolute projection. I cannot handle any more gaslighting. I can't.
I know.
It takes everything in me. I have to say to myself, Daisy, just lower your blood pressure. I have to when they gaslight like this. It's because that's exactly what it is. Because I will say all the words about that biatch. How dare she? They had a dude like Weekend at Bernie's propped up. He was a freaking cadaver. They were propping him up. And then they used an auto pen. And she has the audacity to ask, what is Trump doing? F you, lady.
or saying that he's not playing with a full deck. The reason he probably doesn't need to get the PBD or whatever every day is because he's actually meeting with his cabinet. Right. He actually has meetings with them on TV where we can all see he is getting updated all the time. Biden, I guarantee you, he never read a single briefing. The guy was asleep.
He can't read. Oh my God. Are you kidding? He couldn't read. He was napping. Plus, Trump, not only does he do all the things that you just said, but then he tells us about it.
Right.
He's super transparent. Every day we're hearing either in a tweet or he's in person telling us on television, this is what's going on. This is what we've done today. This is what's happening. If we don't hear it from him, we hear it from Caroline Leavitt. She's not reading from some freaking binder. She's telling us exactly what's happening if he's not doing it himself. Most transparent presidency in history. That woman can suck it.
Well, and then friggin' Jasmine Crockett is now questioning Trump's mental acuity when with Biden, it was never even a thought. Never even a thought. Here's a little before and after with Jasmine Crockett.
It is time for Republicans to start calling him out and start questioning his mental acuity and whether or not he is equipped to serve mentally.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. People tried to talk about the mental acuity of Joe Biden. And as someone who was able to interact with him, I never questioned his mental acuity.
Well, you have problems.
Never questioned.
If you never questioned it, then you are, in fact, I want to say the word so bad. You have problems. You have problems with your own intelligence. If you couldn't see that he had mental issues, then something is wrong with her. This is all deflection, is what it is. This is what they're doing. Like they're like, okay, well, we've been caught. We've been caught trying to prop this guy up for another 4 years, in addition to the years that he was already in office, and he wasn't even in office. It was a whole cabal of other people running the country, which is the biggest scandal in American history, right? Like that should be investigated by Congress, and heads should roll. Yesterday that should happen. But then now she's like, okay, we need to make sure that we deflect. So let's talk about Trump's mental stability.
I just can't.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Like they will stop at nothing.
Absolutely nothing. It's true. And now because Jerry Connolly passed away, Jasmine is now hoping that she is going to be the head of the oversight committee. And she, in the middle of this interview, when the interviewer is asking her about that, she totally pulls a Peter Strzok and does the creepy little shimmy. Remember that he did?
Yes, I do.
It's so unnerving. So I made sure to include the clip of him doing it so you can see the compare and contrast.
Haunt my dreams.
But the problem with her potentially running the oversight committee is that she's already saying out loud that if the Democrats take back the House, which is possible in 2026, that she, as the head of oversight, will do nothing but spend her time investigating Trump. I mean, she's already saying it. It's all gonna be the same bull crap that they've always done.
Well, good luck with that, Texas.
They act as though the fact that there are investigations now into some Democrats is somehow lawfare, when it's simply we're just making sure that nobody is above the law, which is what they spouted forever.
Yeah, and she represents people in Texas.
Yeah,
now she has constituents in Texas that she needs. This is the thing these people forget about. They don't do anything for the people that they actually represent. When I say they, a lot of these liberals, they just don't give a crap about them. She doesn't care about the people.
No, she cares about power. That's
right.
All.
That's all she cares about.
She cares about it like this.
We should talk about her mental acuity, right?
Also, I do think that one of her lashes in this clip is halfway off.
Oh my God, we got to totally look at it. Everybody's
totally enjoy that. Look for the shimmy and look for the lash.
Democrats take over after the midterms next year, the House or Senate. Do you think they're going to push for investigations into Trump's family and the whole crypto acquisitions that he is getting?
Well, Alex, I'm glad you asked.
Oh my God, it's so creepy.
It's so creepy. Oh my God, he's the devil. Oh God,
there's more.
Oh, here we go.
Listen, so long as we end up taking the House, which I fully anticipate that we will do, and we are going to work hard to obviously help our Senate colleagues as well, then as someone who serves on the Oversight Committee and hopes to lead the Oversight Committee, I can guarantee you that we will do what we are supposed to do as constitutionally sworn members of the House, which means that we will conduct oversight. That means that we will investigate. We will look at whether or not this president himself has violated the Emoluments Clause.
Did you make a little news here? Didn't you say you hope to lead that committee?
I absolutely do. Unfortunately, we are going to lay our dear colleague, Jerry Conley, to rest here on Tuesday. And there will have to be an election to determine who is going to lead the Oversight Committee. And ultimately, I am hoping and praying that my colleagues see that I can provide what we need as a team to make sure that we can move forward and instill some confidence in the American people by knowing that they have a real fighter who will not back down, even in the face of all the threats that I will have waged at me. Because Lord knows I get death threats every single day.
Oh my God. Can you
Girl,
imagine?
I'm not even confident that you have the right lash glue. People can't be confident in your abilities. Like you need to tie that down. Tie it down. Get that taken care of. Handle it.
Handle it.
It's
Exactly.
all I could look at. It was like a runaway spider on her face.
I know. It was very distracting. Very,
So
very distracting.